All right, class, today for our primary source readings on the samurai, you will complete an activity in multiple stages. I'm passing out to you now your series of reflection cards. As you read your individual primary sources, reflect on these 4 questions that follow the HIP method of historiographical analysis. While you read, you are to read silently. These cards reflect only the inner workings of your own mind. I will give you 3 minutes to read your primary source, and then we will move into the group portion of our activity. The focus of this exercise is to expand your cultural awareness and expose you to different evidentiary locations that will help you understand the morality of the samurai, whether or not they are a positive influence in feudal Japan or a negative influence. Through these primary sources, you will assess and evaluate this central claim and come to your own reasoning. Take the next 3 minutes to read these sources independently. If you have questions, please ask me. I'll be roaming the room. But your pink HIP cards reflect only the inner workings of your mind. Feel free to annotate your primary source as you read. Regardless of how far you have gotten in your readiness activity, we will move into groups in 3 minutes. Both of these primary sources come from the same era of Japanese history, right before the creation and solidifying of the Tokugawa shogunate. For those of you on my left, the story of Heike comes from a samurai war epic. You will be reading and understanding how the bonds of friendship and the Bushido Code influence the behavior of the samurai. My students on the right, you will be reading a famous inscription of Daimyo Nobunaga Oda, the demon king who fought against Buddhist monks during the Sengoku period. Continue working, and we will transition to groups shortly. And you have about 45 more seconds. Again, this is just taking your temperature, sort of establishing the base of understanding you're going to expand upon, and you group your minds with your classmates. Yes, Luke. Not to me. When you get in your groups, you're going to have to justify that quotation to your group mate. If you want to go ahead and write it down with explanation so it's fresh, go ahead and do so. But let me see which one. Yeah, no longer practice the swords of war. That's an excellent quote. That's a good job. 15. This one. Yeah, back in the time of the samurai, so it's like a social class, where once you reach a certain age, you sort of graduate into it, and you're in it until either you die or retire. When we get further along into our content, you'll see that the life of samurai, for some, is very short, but for others, very long. But yes, they do usually start young, which is why it's so close for AK to kill him. All right, as you all can tell, I'm a social studies teacher, not a math teacher, and I can't count. 15 seconds have passed. What I want you to do now is those of you on this side, turn your desks to face each other. Same thing for those over here. Yes, just get it so you can all hear each other. All right. What I'm going to give you now is your green sheet of paper. Taking the information you have reflected upon on your pink paper, discuss with your group mates your observations and complete your quick group primary source organizer. I would appreciate it if you would draft someone who has the best handwriting to be the person who writes on the paper. This will be turned in to be assessed. What I want you to do is I want you to, if you need to, reread your source, but discuss the source with your group mates. Any observation, any description, and complete your organizer. While you do this, I will be roaming around and interested to hear what you all think. You have the remainder of your time to do the best you can, so good luck. Just be sure you discuss. You guys have to be like super quiet. You can speak up. Yeah. These the work on your pink paper will build into the answers that will be on your green paper. Yes. So who do you think the sources are? Like you have read it, so I mean you're a student. But when this was written, when Nobunaga Oda described this at the monastery, like who is he written for Buddhists, and why do you think it would be written for Buddhists? Excellent, good job. Which is a good thing for the daimyo because he is the what? Yes, the samurai. He only wants to fight other samurai. He wants to avoid this whole Buddhist conflict. He's trying to establish order. Good job. For the Nobunaga Oda group, be sure you reference your visual source. That's an awesome inscription of wood carving of a samurai. Yeah, it's a wood panel of a temple. Did you try to hold back your tears, Carson? Hey, Kay, almost killed Atsumori. It is kind of weird because it's like it's his son, absolutely. It's like, it's not just childless, fatherless men that fight wars. I mean, it's people's families. This will be a recurring theme throughout the latter half of our course. Yeah, I'll staple all this together for you guys when you're all done. But Nobunaga Oda is like the best. He's got the name Demon King, which is like, but like, he's really cool. You are allowed to say both. Because remember, this is Buddhism, it's about sort of balance and peace and suffering. You can be both. Yeah, so like written down.
So the battle of whatever it's called is happening, and
Yeah, good job. Way to properly source your document. Great job, folks. We don't have to call it. No. I've already given you the name. Your creativity will come later on your perfect. So where's your question? Like, yes, who wrote it, Joseph? Well, it doesn't. Something it gives you the date, but it doesn't tell you who. But reflect on the content. Who do you like? If you don't know who wrote it, yeah. And what about this source makes you think, Luke, that Nobunaga would have either written it or wanted it written this way? Well, he wanted the Buddhists to practice peace because they were fighting. Good job. So even though this might not be written by the hand of Nobunaga, it's definitely got his influence. Good job. Again, political influence is just as powerful as wielding the pen yourself.
so I got the battle is happening, and what's to show that others is perfect, even though
Oh, yes, whichever you prefer. Again, it has to reflect your own senses.
So the next question is describe the way of the summer.
Yeah, the third question on your green organizer post. We're back at the way. When we did our Chinese group activity, I also had to ask you guys, what did they mean by the way? What we're seeing in question 3 is how closely related Chinese culture and Japanese culture is at this time period. There was a way in China for doing things. Now there is a way in Japan. This is what your source is trying to tell you. Good job.